Welcome to Tales of History. Today, we're delving into the life of one of India's most revered freedom fighters, Subhash Chandra Bose. From his early days to his pivotal role in the struggle for India's independence, Bose's journey is one of courage, conviction, and a relentless pursuit of freedom. Subhash Chandra Bose was born on January 23, 1897, in Cuttack, Odisha. He was the ninth child of Jankinath Bose and Prabhavati Devi. His father was a well-known lawyer and advocate, and his family was affluent, providing him with a comfortable upbringing. From an early age, Bose exhibited a keen intellect and a strong sense of duty toward his country. His father's involvement in public service and his mother's spiritual influence played a crucial role in shaping his character. As a young boy, Bose was deeply affected by the stories of India's past glory and the prevailing social injustices. Subhash Chandra Bose's academic journey began in Kolkata, where he attended Presidency College. He later moved to England to study at Cambridge University, where he excelled in his studies. In 1920, Bose cleared the prestigious Indian Civil Services examination, but his heart was set on serving India in a different capacity. Despite his success in the ICS, Bose resigned from his position, declaring that he couldn't serve a government that oppressed his people. This marked the beginning of his active involvement in India's freedom struggle. Bose joined the Indian National Congress and quickly rose through the ranks due to his dedication and charismatic leadership. His journey in the INC began when he returned to India and started working under the mentorship of Chittaranjan Das, a prominent leader in Bengal. Das's influence and support were instrumental in Bose's early political career. Bose's popularity within the Congress grew rapidly. He was appointed as the CEO of the Calcutta Municipal Corporation, demonstrating his administrative skills and gaining respect among his peers. His dedication to the cause of independence, combined with his eloquence and organizational capabilities, made him a standout figure in the party. Bose's rising prominence was marked by his participation in the Congress's sessions and his involvement in various protests and movements. His speeches resonated with the youth and the masses, who saw in him a leader who was willing to take bold steps for India's freedom. In 1928, during the Congress session in Kolkata, Bose strongly advocated for complete independence from British rule, contrasting the more moderate stance of dominion status proposed by some leaders. This stance, though initially controversial, gained him significant support and marked him as a leader with a clear vision for India's future. The relationship between Subhash Chandra Bose and Mahatma Gandhi was complex, characterized by mutual respect but significant ideological differences. Mahatma Gandhi, the undisputed leader of the Indian independence movement, advocated for nonviolence and civil disobedience as the primary methods to achieve freedom. His philosophy of satyagraha, or nonviolent resistance, had garnered massive support and had become the cornerstone of the Congress's strategy. Bose, however, had a different perspective. While he respected Gandhi's moral authority and his ability to mobilize the masses, Bose believed that armed struggle and direct confrontation with the British were necessary to achieve complete independence. He was influenced by revolutionary ideas and leaders like Deshbandhu Chittaranjan Das, and saw the need for a more assertive approach. Their differing philosophies came to a head during the 1928 Haripura session of the Congress, where Bose was elected as the president of the Indian National Congress. As president, he pushed for a more aggressive stance against British rule and advocated for immediate action, which included preparations for an armed struggle. The ideological clash intensified when Bose was re-elected as Congress president in 1939 at the Tripuri session, despite Gandhi's open support for his opponent, Pattabhi Sitaramaiah. The rift between them widened, leading to Bose's resignation from the presidency and eventually from the Congress Working Committee. Bose's forward-thinking and strategic vision, although appreciated by many, could not align with Gandhi's methods, resulting in a significant split within the Congress. Despite their differences, both leaders shared a common goal: India's independence. Their mutual respect was evident, even as their paths diverged. Bose's departure from the Congress marked a turning point in his journey, leading him to seek alternative ways to achieve his vision of a free India. In January 1941, Subhash Chandra Bose was placed under house arrest by the British authorities, who saw his growing influence and revolutionary activities as a significant threat to their rule in India. Despite the constant surveillance and stringent restrictions, Bose was determined to continue his fight for India's independence. What followed was one of the most daring and dramatic escapes in the history of the Indian freedom struggle. Subhash Chandra Bose orchestrated a daring escape from house arrest in Kolkata. Disguised as a Pathan named Muhammad Ziauddin, he evaded British surveillance with the help of his nephew Sisir Kumar Bose. Traveling by car, train, and on foot, Bose crossed into Afghanistan, where he assumed the identity of an Italian merchant. With assistance from Italian diplomats and underground supporters, he continued his journey through the Soviet Union and eventually reached Berlin in April 1941. In Germany, he established the Free India Center and began broadcasting patriotic messages to India, urging resistance against British rule. Despite limited support from Nazi leaders, Bose recruited Indian prisoners of war to form the Free India Legion. Realizing the need for a stronger ally, Bose's quest for support took him to Japan, where he found an ally in the fight against British colonialism. With Japanese assistance, he formed the Indian National Army, INA, in 1942, which aimed to liberate India from British rule. The INA initially consisted of approximately 20,000 Indian prisoners of war captured by the Japanese during the Malayan Campaign and the Battle of Singapore. This number eventually grew to around 50,000 soldiers as more Indians joined the cause. The INA was notable not only for its military endeavors, but also for its progressive stance on women's participation. The Rani of Jhansi Regiment, an all-female unit led by Captain Lakshmi Sehgal, was a pioneering force, symbolizing Bose's belief in gender equality. This regiment was composed of 1,000 women who took on roles traditionally held by men in the military, including combat positions. With the support of the Japanese, the INA launched a military campaign to liberate India from British rule. The campaign's primary goal was to advance from Burma into India, striking at British forces in the northeastern region. The INA's operations were divided into three main thrusts: the Imphal-Kohima Offensive, the Arakan Campaign, and the Manipur Campaign. The Imphal-Kohima Offensive, launched in March 1944, was the most significant and ambitious operation undertaken by the INA. The plan was to capture Imphal and Kohima, two strategic locations in northeastern India, and cut off British supply lines. The INA, alongside Japanese forces, initially made rapid advances and laid siege to these cities. However, they faced formidable resistance from British and Allied forces. In the Arakan Campaign, the INA attempted to penetrate into the Arakan region of Burma, now Myanmar, to open another front against British forces. Despite initial successes, including capturing key positions, the INA struggled with supply shortages, challenging terrain, and adverse weather conditions. The Manipur Campaign was another critical operation aimed at establishing control over the Manipur region and using it as a base for further incursions into India. The INA's soldiers showed remarkable bravery and resilience, often fighting under extremely difficult conditions. Despite their initial successes, the INA's campaigns ultimately faced severe setbacks. The INA's forces were stretched thin, and they lacked adequate supplies and medical support. The turning point came with the Battle of Imphal, where the INA and Japanese forces faced a well-prepared and reinforced British defense. The combination of fierce resistance, logistical challenges, and lack of air support led to the eventual withdrawal of INA forces. The INA's campaigns, although ultimately unsuccessful in achieving their military objectives, left a lasting impact on the Indian independence movement. The bravery and sacrifices of the INA soldiers became a powerful symbol of resistance against British colonial rule. Bose's leadership and the INA's efforts significantly influenced public opinion in India and added momentum to the push for independence. In August 1945, as World War II came to an end, Subhash Chandra Bose reportedly died in a plane crash in Taiwan. However, his death remains shrouded in mystery, with various theories and speculations surrounding his final days. Regardless of the circumstances of his death, Bose's legacy as a relentless fighter for India's freedom is indelible. His contributions to the struggle for independence and his vision for a free and united India continue to inspire generations. There is a lot to learn from the life of Subhash Chandra Bose. His unwavering commitment to India's freedom, even in the face of immense challenges, teaches us the power of steadfast determination. His efforts to seek international alliances and form the INA demonstrate the importance of strategic thinking and adaptability in leadership. Bose's inclusion of women in the INA and his vision for a secular, progressive India, long before it became a global norm, highlight his forward-thinking approach to social issues. His life is full of many such inspirations. Subhash Chandra Bose's life was a testament to his unwavering commitment to India's freedom. From advocating for a more aggressive approach to independence to forming the Indian National Army, his actions left an indelible mark on the nation's history. Thank you for joining us in exploring the life of Subhash Chandra Bose. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for being notified every time we drop a new video. Jai Hind!